videos, but this one was important to come on. The Bills had a big win last night against the Jets, giving them a 2-game lead or a game and a half lead in the division. But I'll make another video about how that game went. But this is big news today for the Buffalo Bills, is the Buffalo Bills have traded a third-round pick and some other mix of later-round picks for Amari Cooper, the number 1 wide receiver for the Cleveland Browns. Now, earlier in the day, I admit I was a little disappointed that the Jets were going to end up with Adams. And I think Adams may actually be a little bit of a better wide receiver fit for the Bills. But the Jets got him with Aaron Rodgers, and, he's going to be a good player for them. But they're 2 games back in the division at the moment. So after that trade was announced, and I think Bean was trying to get Adams. After that trade was announced, the Bills moved on to Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper is one of the best wide receivers in the NFL, in my opinion. He was ranked number 70 last year by the Players Poll as number 70 overall out of the top 100. So he is a very, very good wide receiver, and it's exciting to have him now as part of the Buffalo Bills. Remember watching him back when with the Dallas Cowboys? Now, last season, his stats were probably hampered a little bit by the fact that he had like 15 quarterbacks throwing in the ball at different times during the year. Actually, I think it was really like 4. But still, I mean, he still had over 1,000 yards receiving last year and was a vital addition to the Browns team. And, over 1,000 yards receiving last year, Pro Bowl, and had 4 different quarterbacks throwing him the ball. That's crazy. That's crazy. He is a darn good wide receiver, and he's going to add a lot to the Buffalo Bills team. Now, I've talked to a couple of Cowboy fans already that I know, and because I did used to live in Texas, so I do know some Cowboy fans. Sorry, guys. And they say he's not a diva. He is an excellent team player, and that's what the Bills needed. The Bills have been going by everybody eats mentality at wide receiver, and that just meant we're spreading the ball around. But it also meant the defenses didn't have to double up on anybody, so they were having a much easier time trying to cover our guys. Now they're going to have to put a safety over the top or something on Amari Cooper, because that guy is a baller. And if you put 2 guys on him, then it's going to leave Shakir more open. It's going to leave Coleman more open. It's going to leave Cook more open as he goes out for wide receivers. It's going to leave Kincaid and Knox more open. So, bottom line, it's helpful for a whole team to have a receiver that's going to demand double coverage. And he's still going to put up the numbers himself. I think this is like replacing Diggs. So, the trade for Diggs last year, he was only going to play 1 more season on this contract. This was going to be his last year on the team. I don't know Cooper's situation with his contract, but Adams only had 1 year left on his contract too. So I think if he'd have come to Buffalo, it would have been a 1-year rental. So Cooper may be the best fit for the Buffalo Bills team. And what a great fit, because he is a great wide receiver. And I'm excited to have him part of the Buffalo Bills franchise. So if you look at it as Cooper replacing Diggs, what did the Bills get for Diggs? The Bills got a 2nd-round draft pick. What did they give up for Cooper? A 3rd-round draft pick. So I'm considering that sort of a swap there. Diggs and they get Diggs, we get a 2nd. We get Cooper, they get a 3rd. So that's pretty great for us. So I'm really, really happy that Amari Cooper is a Buffalo Bill. I don't know what that means for the Cleveland Browns. I guess they're throwing up the white flag on the season. I didn't know they were in that much trouble. I think the biggest mistake the Cleveland Browns have ever made in their history was trading for Deshaun Watson and helping make the Houston Texans a great team down there by giving up all they gave for a quarterback that I saw a funny thing on him the other day that he has more lawsuits than he has touchdowns as a Cleveland Brown. So back to the Bills. I really think this is going to be great for our offense, and Josh Allen has yet another target to throw the ball to. And little sneak preview of what I'll talk about in my video today on last night's game. Josh Allen added something to his repertoire last night. No one, and I mean no one, rolls right like Josh Allen. Last night he rolled left. 3 or 4 times he went to the left, threw a beautiful touchdown pass to Knox after rolling left, ran to the left. You know, that just means more abilities. I mean, on one of the touchdowns, the Bills had to have 2 spies on Josh Allen. And when they put 2 spies on Allen, whether he went left or right, then he just throws over their heads to Hollins for the touchdown. They can't cover everybody, and if you're going to use 2 spies, that leaves you covering nine guys to cover everybody. Or, I mean, obviously you're rushing people too. So, yeah. Great news today for the Buffalo Bills. And I hope that Keon Coleman, as this veteran outside wide receiver, joins the team, that he leeches on to him as much as possible and learns. Coleman had earlier this year, he was held out for a quarter, suspended for a quarter because he was late for practices. You see him walking in with all the bling. You know, I really want him as a rookie to take a step back and learn from an Amari Cooper type player. If he can learn, I think Coleman could be an awesome addition. So in my last video about the games, I said that the one thing that the Bills were missing was a guy that can take that double coverage. Now they've got that. They had the number 5 receiver trying to play the number 1 spot, the number 2 receiver being number 2. And then, you know, Shakir was missed in the one game. So now we've got a number 1 receiver in Amari Cooper, a number 2 receiver in Coleman, and the number 5 receiver in Hawk, because Hawk plays special teams. He is really a number 5 receiver, and now he's going to be a number 5 receiver, and doesn't have to try to be the number 1 guy for some reason. And, you know, it makes a great roster. I think it moves MVS off the squad and back down to the practice squad, as they don't need 6 guys up there, and MVS really, if you're replacing MVS with Amari Cooper, you've done a fantastic job. So, yeah, the offense is that much better today. And last night, the run blocking and the blocking and the running by our backup or even third string running backs was just fantastic. So, yeah, just wanted to come on, make a quick video about this. Go Cooper, go Bills, and remember, God loves you, and so do I. Oh, please like and subscribe.